Hello everyone and welcome to another video. A few weeks ago I uploaded a video called 10 weird logic moments in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. In that video I said that if the video got 6,000 likes in 1 week I would make a sequel. Well, you delivered with the required 6,000 likes in less than 24 hours, which is much faster than I expected. As of recording this video, it has 12,000 likes, making it my 6th most liked video ever, despite having less than 70,000 views. Thank you for all that support, and as promised, here are 10 more situations where the logic of the game is just a bit weird if you think about it. Enjoy! Number 1. Guests are insanely strong. In the previous video I talked about how guests are super tough and can withstand any amount of G-forces, but as it turns out they can also dish it out themselves when they are enraged. Vandals will break your benches, bins and lamps, and they do so in sometimes terrifying ways. They can not just chop wooden benches in half, but they can also completely bend steel lampposts and even chop stone benches clean in half. We can count ourselves lucky that vandals don't target the rides themselves, as that could result in a lot of death from suddenly unsupported rides collapsing. Number 2. Everyone comes to your park completely alone. While I can imagine that going to roller coasters alone is still a lot of fun, it's way more fun when you are with friends or family. In the RollerCoaster Tycoon universe that doesn't quite seem the case, as no one ever comes in a group. Maybe in this universe love doesn't exist and peeps only ever get together for the purpose of procreation. Number 3. There are no labor laws whatsoever. You can hire a bunch of handymen, have them clean your park, fire them before the next payday, and they will have done all the work entirely for free. They also never take any breaks or get any days off. On top of that, they lack any kind of management and it's just every staff member for themselves, without consulting each other about what actually needs to be done. Number 4. Small coasters can be scarier than big coasters. Stat requirements and the penalties they give are a useful thing to make sure that your coasters have to be at least somewhat exciting before they get good stats, but sometimes that gives ridiculous results. The red coaster here has twice the top speed of the blue coaster, it has roughly twice the positive and negative Gs, it has more than triple the drop height, and yet it is less intense and exciting than the blue coaster purely because it has only 1 drop instead of the required 2. Number 5. You can build a theme park pretty much anywhere. In quite a few scenarios you are building a theme park on an incredibly valuable historic site. The Great Wall of China doesn't get enough tourism, let's build a theme park around it. Victoria Falls, spice it up with some roller coasters. The Grand Canyon, the Taj Mahal, Uluru, freaking Antarctica? No place is too sacred for a good old theme park to destroy the environment. Number 6. Entertainers can make guests wait in line for forever. Guests don't like waiting for a long time and they will leave the queue if it takes too long, which makes sense. But as soon as there is an entertainer nearby, they will forget all about it and happily wait some more. Even if the ride is broken down, the guests will wait for all of eternity as long as there's a funny panda man nearby. Number 7. The more tired guests are, the slower they drown. In the previous Weird Logic video we talked about how it's weird that no one can swim, but this one is perhaps even weirder. You would expect energized guests to be able to keep their heads above the water for a little longer than tired guests, but very much the opposite is true. Maybe the energized guests have the clarity of mind still to realize that there is no escape, so they don't even attempt to save themselves. Number 8. Puke is cleaned up by just dragging a broom over it a couple of times. I am no expert on cleaning, but I do know that this is not the right way to do it. I don't even know if it improves the situation or just makes it worse. With employees this terrible, the lack of labor laws might be justified after all. At least in parks where it rains frequently, it will be washed away every now and then, making the situation a bit more bearable. Number 9. All guests look exactly the same. In the RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 universe there are no height differences, no differences in appearance and not even differences between men and women. That is, if there even are men and women in this universe in the first place. Maybe they're like snails, where all the members of the species are hermaphrodites and adapt when it's time to mate. This also makes you wonder how it is possible that some guests are nearly twice the weight of others despite looking the exact same. Number 10. Guests can die at your parks without any legal repercussions. Sure, your park rating will go down a bit, and if the guests died due to a coaster crash, the coaster will be less popular for a while, but your park never closes and no one ever files a lawsuit against your park. I suppose this is kind of expected in a world where there are no labor laws and no one cares enough about staying alive to be bothered to learn to swim. And that were 10 more weird logic moments in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. Remember that this video is not a critique of the game, as almost all of these weird logic moments exist because of limitations at the time or because of game balance reasons. If you know any more situations where the logic just doesn't quite make sense, please comment below. Unlike last time, I will not attach a like call to this one for another sequel. This video was already a bit more difficult to write, as not all weird things in the game are right for a video like this. I might still do another one in the future, but I will not promise anything. If you liked this video, you can still give it a like though, as that does help out for the algorithm and also makes me feel good. You can also subscribe or follow me on Twitch. Thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video.